this is going to be a shadow work message for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising placements primarily. It will be for December 2024 through January and February of 2025. Just keep in mind that our sense of timing is not always in alignment with divine timing, and also this could be somebody else's energy that's around you. So only take it as it fits, if it fits, and when it fits, all right? What do you have for Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, and Rising, shadow work, December 2024. Say what you mean, number 18. On the bottom is alchemy, number 25. I feel like there's an energy of self-reflection. I feel like there's an energy of self-expression that's necessary here, okay? I feel like with the alchemy, it's kind of like there's an imbalance, I feel like, when it comes to this energy of alchemy. I feel like there's a need for rebalancing. It may require you to be expressive. It may require you to act on some sort of truth here within. Okay, can I get one more here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising? December 2024 through January and February 2025. I feel like there's an energy of like refinement, rejection, number 13, and cycles, number 6. So I feel like yeah, there could be this energy of refinement, okay, because I feel like maybe you're having to kind of start over, you're kind of having to start fresh, or you're attempting to do this. I feel like somebody's struggling with their words. Somebody's struggling with their words, like, really bad. It's almost like this energy of, like, putting something down on paper, right? Putting something down into words, and then going back and refining it, rewriting it, rewriting it, rewriting it, rather than just saying it as it is. Expressing yourself as you are. There's, like, this need for perfection, and I feel like perfection doesn't exist. There's a need for perfection, somebody wanting to fit in, somebody selling themselves short because they feel this need for perfection that doesn't exist. Have faith, number 22, and self-love, number 24. Entrapment is here also, number 34. Yes, so I feel like this kind of like keeps you stuck. It keeps you in a box. It keeps you in a cage because it's unattainable. You're striving for something unattainable. Perfection is unattainable. Perfection does not exist. Can I get here for Sagittarius' shadow work? December 2024, January and February 2025. Sagittarius' shadow work. Somebody's holding back. He's holding back. Is this me, number 4? So I do feel like there's an energy of self-reflection here, all right? I feel like there's an energy of striving for perfection when perfection doesn't exist. And I feel like, you know, it's like questioning yourself, but I feel like it's questioning yourself for no good reason in a sense because perfection does not exist. Maybe somebody's aware of this. Maybe somebody's becoming aware of this. Like they're realizing where they're a perfectionist and where that's holding them back. On the bottom is masquerade. Yeah. I feel like somebody here is so worried about perfection. So worried about maybe even like the view others have of them or the opinion others have of them if they're not like upholding this image of perfection, right? So I feel like this is somebody who struggles to let their imperfections show. This is somebody who struggles to let their insecurities be known. Naked before the stars, number 18. I feel like there's a lack of vulnerability, somebody who struggles with being vulnerable, because I feel like being vulnerable means showing those imperfections. It means allowing those insecurities to be seen, right? There's an energy of vulnerability. allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing your insecure. It's like being okay with where you're not perfect, being okay with the imperfections. Peaceful among thorns. I literally feel like it's like not showing who you really are, what you really feel, not expressing what you really feel. What does this say what you mean for Sagittarius' shadow work? December, January, and February, please. 2024 through the first part of 2025. Let's say what you mean. Seven of Wands. I feel like this is somebody who doesn't let their guard down. This is somebody who has a wall up. This is somebody who... There's a refusal. I feel like there's a refusal to communicate. There's a refusal to be expressive. There's a refusal to be vulnerable and honest about something that I feel like is bothersome. The Fool is here. The Wheel of Fortune, which I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is speaking to the cycles. Okay, so I feel like somebody's kind of like hung up on the past, or they're stuck in a past cycle because they're not willing to be open. They're not willing to be vulnerable. Tell me about, what's the cycle? What's the cycle for Sagittarius' shadow work? December 2024 through January and February 2025. What's the cycle? Four of Pentacles. You're holding on to something. I don't know if you're holding on to a grudge. You could be holding on to a grudge. There's a wall up. There's something you're holding on to that I feel like is preventing you from moving into a new cycle. Ten of Swords is here. It's preventing you from this energy of healing. I feel like there's some energy of instability, lack of healing, lack of forward movement, because there's something that's being held on to. Tell me what's the rejection for Sagittarius' shadow work. December 2024 through January and February 2025. Somebody is like, it really is like trying to, it's like trying to refine how you're saying something rather than just saying it. It's like not wanting to come across a particular way, being very careful about how it is that you come across when you communicate, when you express yourself, rather than just like, you know, authentically doing so. Again, I feel like there's a striving for perfection where it doesn't exist. Okay, tell me about the rejection. Two of Swords. Somebody could be blocked here. I feel like there's blocked communication either way. I don't know if this is like a legitimate like blocking, like intentionally, or if this is just like a refusal to communicate. A refusal to say what needs saying. But either way, so like there's some sort of block communication going on here. There's a refusal to want to see something, a refusal to want to deal with something. The World. Again, I feel like there's a lack of forward movement with the Six of Swords here also. There's a lack of forward movement. I feel like there's a cycle that needs closing that's not being closed because there's a refusal to communicate. There's a rejection. As far as communication, openly expressing, truthful expression. Tell me about Is This Me for Sagittarius' shadow work, December 2024 through January and February 2025. What's this questioning with Is This Me? Somebody's at like an impasse with what to do. So it's like they're just refusing to do it altogether. The Two of Swords is tied to this, actually. Tell me about Is This Me for Sagittarius' shadow work, please. Ten of Spheres. feel like this is somebody who struggles to know who they are. This is somebody struggling to know what direction to move. This is somebody struggling to feel secure within. I want to say with the Ten of Spheres, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of internal struggle, it feels like. A lot of back and forth. A lot of this way and that way internally. Ace of Wands. I feel like this is about trying to determine the best direction, the best approach. Tell me more about, is this me for Sagittarius' shadow work? December 2024 through January and February 2025. Tell me more about, is this me? What is the deal with this Ten of Spheres all over the place? The Devil. A lot of fear, a lot of insecurity, a lot of doubt, a lack of faith. A lot of uncertainty. Letting that win. Letting that take over. Somebody questioning, are they any good? Ace of Spheres is on the bottom. I feel like there's this energy of opportunity or missed opportunity, failure, an inability to communicate honestly, truthfully, openly. I feel like it turns into this, there's like an unhealthy ritual here is what I'm getting. That's what I'm hearing, unhealthy ritual. Tell me about Naked Before the Stars for Sagittarius' shadow work, December 2024 through... I feel like there's an unhealthy habit here of suppressing, holding back. Tell me about Naked Before the Stars for Sagittarius' shadow work, December 2024 through January, February. Three of Swords. Okay, you see how this is open? I feel like it's like split in two. It's open though. I feel like this is an energy of openness. Healing, openness. But I feel like there's confusion around that. There's pain around that. An inability to do so because of what it means. Because it leaves you vulnerable. It leaves you open to more hurt. It leaves you open to more pain, more confusion for whatever reason. I feel like it's a matter of your perspective. Death is here on the bottom. I feel like this is like refusing to deal with it, refusing to confront it. And so I feel like there's this energy of isolation, aloneness. It's like you just sit in your head about it and this devil just continues to build and build and build and strengthen even more, rather because you're not dealing with it. You're not choosing to deal with it. Tell me more about Naked Before the Stars for Sagittarius' shadow work, December. Six of Spheres. I feel like there's a refusal to give. I feel like there's an imbalance when it comes to what is someone is willing to give. There's an imbalance. Five of Swords. Behind that is the Four of Swords. I feel like somebody's very much in their head, very much in their thoughts. There's not enough communication. There's not enough openness or vulnerability. And I feel like it just creates this more intense energy with the devil. It's kind of like that idle hands energy, right? The devil's playground. But I feel like it's because somebody's like refusing to be open. Somebody's refusing to be vulnerable, communicate truthfully, honestly, openly. Somebody does a lot of holding back to their own detriment. Give us more here for Sagittarius. Give us more for Sagittarius. Shadow work for Sagittarius, please. Receptivity. I feel like you're needing to be receptive. I feel like you're needing to be open. I feel like you're needing to be expressive. True to yourself when it comes to this expression. Sorrow is here, number 9. And then look, here's the isolation, number 3. But I feel like somebody's just like got these shades on and not wanting to do anything about it. Give me more here for Sagittarius' shadow work, December 2024 through January and February 2025, please. Past lives. So I feel like this is that cycles energy. I feel like it's some sort of karmic lessons involved here. Okay. A cycle that needs closing, but I feel like there's still this energy of it lingering. There's still a past cycle that's open that I feel like needs closing. It needs healing. Patience is on the bottom, and experiencing. I feel like you're needing to tend to something, nurture something here when it comes to some energy of openness, vulnerability. Give me more for Sagittarius' shadow work. Ripeness, number 9. I feel like this is that devil energy that's grown. It's grown. I feel like it's kind of taken over, right? And I feel like there's this energy of this cycle needing to come to an end. It's time with the ripeness. And I feel like it's time to nurture this new cycle. It's time to be receptive and open to a new cycle, a new way of expressing yourself, a new way in general when it comes to being more vulnerable, more open. Laziness here, though. I do feel like you're in your head a lot with the mind. What else do you have for Sagittarius' shadow work, December 2024 through January and February 2025, please? You have discernment, number 20, which supports your ability to view the world and the people around you from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. So I do feel like you're needing to be open to some degree. Okay, I feel like this is somebody who could be like a little too discerning, or they're like, I feel like there's more of this energy of like skepticism or paranoia rather than actual discernment. Okay. But I feel like there is an imbalance because this talks about inner balance. And I remember I said over here, I feel like there's an imbalance, an internal imbalance. So I feel like it has something to do with the way that you're choosing to see something. Authority is also here, number 10, which reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. So I feel like you are needing to be receptive about something here. I feel like you are needing to take the initiative when it comes to this energy of receptivity. Remembrance is on the bottom, number 38, which supports our memory of everything we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. So I feel like there's something here that's kind of... I feel like this wisdom, this information is the wisdom, but I feel like it's not being seen in the way that it actually is. I feel like there's an energy of needing to let go of something here, to be open about something here. That Four of Spheres, right? Perception, there it is, supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. Yeah, the perception is a little skewed here. That's the word I'm looking for. There's a skewed perception, and I feel like it's in the way of this receptivity, that it's in this way of this openness, this vulnerability, because the perception is skewed. Dynamic number 23 supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of our different origin and frequency. It helps to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. So I feel like there's a matter of needing to like really consider your perspective, really discern what is true and what's not true here, as far as like when it comes to making this decision or this change, when it comes to your openness, this energy of vulnerability, receptivity. I feel like the way that you're perceiving something is off. So you got to be careful of what you view as being the truth and what you view as not being true. And also I feel like this is somebody who is extra cautious, who is extra concerned about how others perceive them. And therefore it keeps them stuck. It keeps them in a bind. Because they're more worried about that perception of others or others' judgment as a result of perception. What do you have for Sagittarius' shadow work? Can I get one final piece of advice, please, for Sagittarius? Shadow work, December 2024, January and February 2025. This stressful situation is almost coming to an end. We are sending positive energy, financial help, miracles, and life-changing blessings your way. You also have sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go, so leave behind all that has been weighing you down for so long and reach for the opportunities waiting. I promise you, you will not regret it. So that's what I'm saying. That's that Four of Pentacles energy. This is you like holding on to something when you're needing to like move into this new cycle, be accepting of this new cycle. So it may be that you're having to like, you know, there is an energy of vulnerability when it comes to having to move into this new cycle, right? Because you're having to let go of something. I feel like you are maybe needing to be expressive too. Say what you mean. Like, there's an imbalance internally though when it comes to like saying something, leaving something behind. Because it means having to say something, it means having to be vulnerable. What is meant for you won't pass you by. You will never have to force something that's truly meant to be. Trust in perfection of divine timing and allow your life to unfold as it should. Whatever comes, let it come. Whatever goes, let it go. So that's what I was saying about the perfection. I feel like you're worried about how you're being viewed, right? Like, I feel like you're striving for this energy of perfection. But the only thing that is perfect here is divine timing. It's, you know, okay, so I feel like you are having to release something, but I feel like it's a matter of your perception. Okay, I feel like you are having to be open and expressive. So this is what I have for you, Sagittarius. I wish you all much love. I wish you much luck. I hope y'all stay safe, and I'll catch you soon.